Joining me right now with analysis of the body language is body language expert Tonya Reiman. Tonya, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We were all excited about this segment in the studio because you're also going to tell us at some point the important body language that we use and what we can use in succeeding in business.
Absolutely.
So we're going to get to that. But let's start with Donald Trump.
Okay.
And he took a sip of water. You thought that was significant. He went for the glass of water early and often, while Clinton refrained. What does this tell us?
You know, this just shows, it demonstrates when we become nervous, our salivary glands stop working as well as they normally do. So we get like cotton mouth, we get anxiety, and we need to drink more. Typically, it wouldn't be an issue, but he drank over and over and over again. And when you see the contrast to Hillary not drinking at all, it just does demonstrate that there was a level of anxiety.
Well, I mean, could it also be, though, that maybe he had a cold or something? I mean, he was sniffling. I mean,
that wasn't sniffling. That was deep breaths in. And when you do that, a lot of times what you're trying to do is actually lower your heart rate and calm yourself down.
Okay.
And when you become anxious, you do that. I need more oxygen.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
So he also switched from calling Clinton Madam Secretary to Hillary during the course of the debate. Let's watch this.
Now, in all fairness to Secretary Clinton, yes, is that okay? Good. I want you to be very happy. Hillary has experience, but it's bad experience. We have made so many bad deals during the last... So she's got experience, that I agree, but it's bad experience.
What do you see here, Tonya?
Well, you know, it's not even what you see, it's what you hear, right? So you notice this shift. And what happens is when we feel differently about something, when we go from like happy to angry or sad, we shift our language as well. So here you just see the pressure is on, and she did it as well. The pressure is on. So they go from, you know, Donald to Mr. Trump to Donald Trump, and then from Hillary, Secretary of State, Mrs. Clinton. Those just show a shift in mindset that tell you that they're going down a different pattern.
So you say he was nervous then?
They're both nervous. I mean, obviously, this is the first presidential debate for this year for both of them, so they had no idea what they were really in store for going in. So there's an expected level of anxiety. She's just more polished because she's been doing it for so long.
Let's check Hillary. She also answered a question about her email scandal. Let's watch this.
Mr. Trump, we're talking about the burden that Americans have to pay, yet you have not released your tax returns. And the reason nominees have released their returns for decades is so that voters will know if their potential president owes money to, who he owes it to, and any business conflicts. Don't Americans have a right to know if there are any conflicts of interest?
I don't mind releasing. I'm under a routine audit, and it'll be released. And as soon as the audit's finished, it'll be released.
He also raised the issue of your emails. Do you want to respond to that?
I do. You know, I made a mistake using a private email.
That's for sure.
And if I had to do it over again, I would obviously do it differently.
You noticed something significant here.
Three things, actually.
Yeah, tell us.
So when Donald first says that, did you see the little smug, contemptuous smile that goes onto her face? Like, Okay. After that, she lifts her head, which is a sign of superiority. If you think about it, I'm looking down my nose at you. And that's exactly what she's doing because she's practiced this so much. She's talked about it so much. She feels superior about it. The last thing she does, though, which contradicts that, is a shoulder shrug. So in actuality, she puts her head up and shrugs her shoulder. That's a contradiction in terms. So she's saying I'm superior, but the shoulder shrug says I don't feel that good about the answer.
Wow. Okay, that's really interesting. So let me switch gears, ask you about people in business and what are the more important things, powerful body language tips for success in business.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of them. You know, we always talk about when you're first meeting someone, you want to do an appropriate handshake. And while some people don't think that's really important, if you realize it's the first tactile relationship you have with somebody, it carries a lot of weight. And that expression, first impression, so when you shake someone's hand, if you do it the wrong way, it leaves a very bad taste in somebody's mouth. So you want to make sure you know how to shake hands. And
how do you shake hands?
You. Ready?
Tonya.
Watch. Okay,
Let's
so
do it.
as we do this, it's 1, 2, thumb up. Now, if I come to you and I go like this, what do you think I'm trying to do?
Gun in
I'm
my
trying
wrist.
to dominate you also because I'm topping you down.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you do that.
Okay.
So if I always say if you have something that comes up and it's weird and it's an awkward handshake, well then you say something about it.
I like
deprecate.
it.
Okay, that's
Tonya Reiman, thank you.